بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب زدني علما.
So mainly in this section, we'll try to get into understanding some of the layered switch security issues, like what are the different options or the switch security concerns you will find on the switches, especially operating at the layer 2, operations at the layer 2, and we'll try to see how we can mitigate them. Okay. So the first thing we'll try to understand what is switch security. Now coming back to the different levels of security, like if you take an example, you have firewalls. If you take any network, let's say I'm going to take my router connecting to the switch, and then the router goes and connects to the internet. And from there, again, you will be installing a dedicated firewall, which will be defining what traffic should be permitted or denied as it goes over the internet. So if you see the security wise, the firewall is a dedicated security device which will add. So which means there is a additional security will add on the firewall. And of course, at the switch side also, as the traffic is coming from different branch offices, or if it is coming from the internet, we can also add some security on the router side. But again, when you come to the LAN, this is my LAN. Now in the LAN, most of the users who are connected, they are your local employees or your own people. Okay, basically the people who connect in the LAN are our own people working for the company or the organizations. And most likely at the LAN part, now this is the LAN part or the switch part, like an office LAN, where there might be some kind of attacker, maybe a guest user or visiting the office, or maybe an employee. So he can be anyone. So an attacker who is trying to connect a kind of a rogue laptop, or maybe he'll try to use some of the ports. So most of the time we don't apply much security on the LAN part, assuming that all the people connected in the LAN belong to our organizations. Okay, so they basically, all these things operates at the layer 2, that is your switch layer, and mostly this is the place where all your end devices are connected, all your end devices like end computers. And there is a possibility that most of the internal users connecting in the internal network may try to gain access to other resources within the same network. So what we want is we want to add some security. So if you try to compare, so there is a lack of security is more on the switches, especially on the LAN side, as we don't implement much of the security. And of course, the firewalls, routers have their own level of security. But in our case, our main focus will be on understanding how we can implement a security on the switch side. Okay. So there are many different types of attacks you may have inside the LAN. We'll try to see most of them as well. Okay. So coming back to the LAN part, now in the LAN, there are many rogue devices. Now, typically the rogue devices are nothing but the end devices, or we can say the devices which can be unauthorized devices. In other words, we can say the devices which are typically unauthorized devices connecting in the LAN, where the main intention is to bypass the security controls, like a user who is trying to bring one switch or bringing one access point or bringing one small hub and trying to connect to the network, and the main intention of the attacker is to connect these unauthorized devices and bypass the existing security controls. Now, most of the time, as the users have only access at this level, so basically they will try to do that. So as you can see, there are different types of devices. The wireless hubs you can have generally like a Wi-Fi, you connecting, using the shared internet connection without via Wi-Fi control, or it can be some kind of wireless routers can be used by an attacker. He will bring one Wi-Fi router and then he will try to extend the network simply without the approval of the IT. So he's extending the network access, or maybe connecting some access switch, bringing one a switch, maybe a simple unmanageable switch, where he can just add some more computers and gain more access, or may try to access Or hubs are again the old devices or the cheap devices. Basically, they don't exist in today's network. So technically, we call them as a rogue devices. Now, the rogue devices are typically the unauthorized devices connected in the LAN, where the main intention is to bypass the existing security controls. Okay. Now, a simple example, you can say like another example. Let's say there is a finance department. Somewhere there is a finance department, and there is an employee here who is working for my company installs a Wi-Fi router. Basically, he just connects a Wi-Fi router to his desk wherever he connects. And what happens is this Wi-Fi router can act as a DHCP server. As you know, similar to our home network, we have the Wi-Fi router, which will which will be acting as a DHCP, and it will assign the IP address. So basically, this will create a backdoor for the corporate network. Okay, because most of the time when any attacker or anyone tries to install these rogue devices, there is a possibility they can bypass the network access or some of the firewall controls. Again, it depends on the knowledge of the end user, how good he is. Or sometimes he will try to broadcast the unauthorized Wi-Fi signals, or it can be, he can also create an alternative attacks, which can be some kind of inject some kind of malwares, or maybe install a fake DHCP server which can create a conflicts or denial of service attack. We'll talk about this kind of things as we move on, like DHCP spoofing attacks, something like that. So basically, there are many security countermeasures we can implement. As we move on, we'll try to see one by one. Okay. So the first thing what we have seen here is understanding the switch security, which is important because the switches are the end devices where the attackers may end up adding some unauthorized devices to gain access to the network. So we'll see one by one as we move on what are the different security measures or what are the different possible vulnerabilities and how we can overcome that with some of the switch security features.